And 3 minutes.
So imagine this situation. It's Wednesday around noon. You're working from home in back-to-back meetings. In one word, you're busy. Your last meeting ends at 5 p.m. You're a conscious buyer and you pay attention to what you eat and what your family eats. Your kids are coming home at around 3 p.m. Usually, you're left with limited options of what you can buy for your house, especially when you're busy. Especially given that most people do local groceries on a Saturday when they have a little bit more time. So usually people are left with an option of going to the supermarket because they're open till 10 p.m. Well, with Fyrtel Market, we bring together local shops from whatever market we're operating on, and we allow customers to purchase from multiple stores in one basket and have it all delivered to their doorstep. We operate in the, I guess, broad e-grocery market, but we're focused on working primarily or exclusively with mom and pop shops from the cities that we operate in. We're live in Poznań and Wrocław. In Poznań, we launched about a year ago. We used a lot of the experience that my co-founder Pavel had. He worked in a lot of grassroots kind of initiatives, doing interviews and articles about local businesses. And at the beginning of the pandemic, this opportunity became quite apparent that there is something there to provide digital solutions for these local shops to access their customers. We started growing organically in Poznań, not paying for advertisements at all. We grew up to 1,400 orders per month. And we more or less stayed at that level for a certain bit. We got an investment of 250K from euro from LT Capital. The summer period in our business is a little bit difficult, but now we're back on our growth track, and last week we delivered over 800 orders in Poznań and Wrocław. We do all of our deliveries in-house. We do not compete with Q-commerce players like, Gorillas, Joker, or whatever those other guys, the other companies that are out there. We're more into planned deliveries, and our logistical model allows for that part of our business to be quite profitable, as opposed to a lot of the models that are out there at the moment, at least from our perspective. Our plan for the future is to, of course, grow in Poznań, our primary market, where we're testing a lot of the solutions that we have out there. Wrocław also is right on track, growing faster than Poznań was. And then, of course, our plan is to grow into another two, Warsaw and Kraków, where we're already doing recruitment of our stores. And we're planning to launch with about 40 stores in each of those cities. As far as recruitment of stores go, we reach out to them directly. So that's something that we also do kind of in-house. At the moment, it's becoming a lot easier because there's not too many alternatives out there, not only in Poland, but globally, I would say. There's not a lot of people that are reaching down low into these single small businesses. That a lot of the times are ran on a piece of paper, like or one of the pictures from before, the restaurant where you saw the list of things. That's how these businesses are run. So there's a huge opportunity to digitize these businesses. And as far as customers go, we use a lot of social media, organic growth, and of course we're engaging all of our partner companies that we work with to access the people that they already service and offer them an alternative to actually arriving at their stores physically, so that they can order when they're busy at work. And a lot of these businesses, they close a lot earlier than supermarkets do as well. Yeah, I think that's it.
Just letting you know, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds of questions. Judges, it's your turn.
Thanks for the presentation. 2 questions. First is, can you once again explain how does the logistic works?
Sure.
And the second question is unit economics. So with the current volume, you probably understand your customer acquisition cost payback and lifetime value to customer acquisition cost, because My concern is that you're not directly competing with Q-commerce, but this market can be described as a bloodbath, I think. And from the customer acquisition cost perspective, you're pretty much competing with all these guys.
Kind of. I mean, our assortment is much different. So, as I mentioned, our primary buyer is a person that is responsible for shopping for their family, not necessarily a convenience-based experience like Q-commerce is. So Q-commerce, in our understanding, is more of a limited amount of SKUs, and you need something quickly. You're missing something, you want it at home at the moment. With us, it's more like a person planning their groceries for their family, and they're very tied into quality products, local products, things that are sourced locally, and the carbon footprint around the whole service is quite limited, right? Because we're doing a lot of our deliveries with cargo bikes, or like 75% of our deliveries are done with cargo bikes. Kind of that's where we are. The e-grocery business, we see it as, of course, I mean, and the world sees it as a huge market that's growing. And of course, I think there's space for Q-commerce, there's space for supermarket deliveries, and there's a large space that isn't being used up and is difficult to access for the large players, with mom and pop shops delivering their premium quality local products to their customers' doorsteps.
How much does it cost?
The service, well, so
the service.
Yeah. So the products themselves are the same price that you would pay at the physical location. We charge a 15% fee margin from every transaction that is actually made on our platform. There are online payments, of course. There's a split in our payment system that takes place after every transaction. We get our 15%, the store gets the rest after every transaction. And we also charge a delivery fee of 3 zloty from every store that a purchase is made. One of the key things that we offer our customers, and in the general local shopping experience, is that if you go to your local bakery, you're going to a bakery. They only sell pastries, bread, things like that. You want to go to your local meat shop, you have to go to that local meat shop physically. So it's a very long...
Thank you. I'll have to interrupt you. Thank you so much. I also saw that Lawrence was about to ask the question, so maybe...
No, maybe just one remark, not even a question. So I think that if you want to have an improved go-to-market, you definitely need to focus on what you are bringing compared to big players like Q-commerce. And if you are surfing on green and local producer and so on, you should put it a lot more up front, your presentation.
Sure.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.